Okay, cluck cluck everybody. We are back on my favorite place, the front porch. The front porch series is going to be starting soon, so keep an eye out. But that's not what we're here for today. Today we're here to talk about Grub Terra black soldier fly larvae. They messaged me a while back and said, hey, if we send you a 1 pound bag free, would you do an honest review? Win-win for me, right? So yeah, I agreed, and we just finished our bag, and we're here to review. So I plan on this being like a more awesome review because I wanted to do before and after, but I had apparently had some storage issues. Well, not apparently, I did, but apparently some of my before videos got deleted somehow. So we're going to go with what we have. We'll just make it work. So it says it's great for chickens, reptiles, fish, and birds. And it's supposed to produce stronger eggshells, keep feathers healthy, and it's farm raised, and it's North American based company, small company, which are all definitely, I love to support small companies, and definitely a North American based one. So if y'all remember a few years back, I actually tried something called a maggot bucket, which is as gross as it sounds. I promise you, it stinks. It's horrible. You basically put all of your food waste into a bucket. You drill some holes. You hope that some black soldier larvae falls out of those holes and your chickens can eat them. If you're like me and you can't stand the smell of rotten food, this is a way better option. I abandoned that project. I could not stand the smell. So that's already a plus, plus, plus. As far as egg strength, I will say that I always have issues, especially this time of the year when we're coming out of winter. They don't have a lot of the good stuff to eat. So my husband was saying before we got this, we've got to do something about these shells. Whenever you crack them, you get eggshells in your egg. I was breaking them, literally just bringing them in. Not all of them, but I would almost always have one broken when I'd bring it in before I got these. I'm proud to say that I have not broken an egg since I've started using this. So it is definitely helping. The eggs, the duck eggs are super, super, they already have thicker shells, but oh my gosh, it's almost impossible to break them now. All the animals loved this product, but the ducks did love it the most. So that would be why those duck shells are super, super thick right now. Even my goats got in on the action. I mean, it was like a feeding frenzy when I would throw some out there. It was pretty crazy. And it's always a little scary when you see a feeding frenzy with goats and birds. But, fortunately, my goats are used to being around birds, so they know kind of to watch out. So I would add Grub Terra. I would add goats and ducks right there. I'm telling you, my ducks love them. So keeping the feathers healthy. It's an unfair test for Grub Terra right now. My chickens are going through a very hard molt right now. It happens every few years. They'll just, it just takes them a little bit longer to get those feathers back. I can keep you updated on that, but as of right now, they're still molting, so I would hate to say yay or nay on that. But I did give them to the baby birds, which, by the way, they were kind of like, didn't know what to make of them. So what I did was I crushed it up and put it in their feed. So my little baby chicks right now, they're getting their feathers in and losing their down. So I'm really hoping, once again, I'd like to wait to review that. But see if their feathers, how their feathers are coming out. But they are getting feathered. So, and honestly, maybe a little bit quicker than usual. Yeah, I'm not real sure. Yeah, maybe a little bit quicker, thinking about how old they are. So, would I recommend this product? Yes. One thing I want to add, though, and this is not something that they claim. This is not something that I'm even sure is because of this product. I've been getting double yolks. Now, look, younger hens are the ones that give you double yolks usually because they're still learning kind of the process. Their body sometimes gets ahead of itself, and you'll get a double yolk. Since I've started using Grub Terra, I've had older hens giving me double yolks. Now, I know that there's this myth that's like happy chickens give you double yolks. I've always assumed that wasn't true. because, like I said, usually it's the younger hens that do it because their system is still, you know, getting its schedule down. If I mean, this could be making them happier, and maybe that is true. I don't know. It's just weird though, because I don't typically have older hens giving me double yolks, and I have. So that's not necessarily something that I can account for this, unless it's just making them happier. So anyway, that was just an interesting thing that I don't know if it's because of this or not, but I thought I'd throw it out there because it did happen after I started feeding them this. So, would I recommend Grub Terra? Absolutely yes. Once again, like I said, North American based. I always support North American based companies. So the chickens absolutely love them. I mean, and like I said, the ducks really loved them. If you have ducks, get it. We will keep everybody updated as far as feathers go, because I am really hoping that this helps with their feathers when their molt is done. But overall, I would definitely say get you a bag of Grub Terra if you own chickens, ducks, or goats. Like I said, even my goats got in on the action. So cluck cluck everybody, and I'll put a link down below of their website, okay? And keep an eye out for the Front Porch Fest series, Front Porch series.